Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com. It is day 2 of Coffee with Candy Summer Series. So welcome, welcome. I am going to make sure I am in the right place. I'm here in the morning, which typically with Coffee with Candy, I'm here at 2 in the afternoon. But I have an event I'm working this week, and I am going to be out of pocket some of the afternoons, and some of the afternoons I'm going to be here. So yeah, we're just kind of doing things a little bit different today, and that is fine. Okay. So I'll see if anybody's going to join me live. This is being downloaded to YouTube, and each day I am sending out tutorials. So Coffee with Candy is a monthly series. I do a Monday through Friday series, and I do seasonal projects. What that means is I am creating for the next month. So for July, or actually I'm in June, but I'm creating for July. And so I'm using a lot of red, white, and blue, kind of going with a patriotic theme. July is July 4th this year. It's 250th birthday of our country. I am a bicentennial graduate. I graduated high school in 1976, and oh my, everything was red, white, and blue. My school colors were already red, white, and blue because I'm from Teddy Roosevelt High School. And I just thought this would be kind of fun. Hopefully, I'm going to inspire you to think a little bit outside the box for your July crafting. So yesterday we did this really cute fun fold. So this is actually called a bookbinding gatefold. So bookbinding, we typically have this element here, so it opens like a book. But with this one, we also have the gatefold, which of course opens like a gate. And all week I'm featuring these 2 stamp sets. I'm actually using a couple of dies excuse me, today as well. So this is Sweet Bugs, and I'm using banner sayings. There's only 3 greetings here, and they're quite large. So I wanted to bring in some of these small greetings. Now, part of the method in my madness is also, in addition to hopefully inspiring you to create projects for July, not only for our country's birthday, but anybody you have in your world who has a July birthday, yeah, they oftentimes get red, white, and blue. And I've got a little gifty item for you tomorrow if you're going to any kind of a little neighborhood event or something to hand out. But I also, this is part of a suite, and the designer series paper is super cute, but it's very specific. It's very warm colors. And so I wanted to reimagine this stamp set with different colors and kind of moving towards what happens when you use all your designer series paper. Now, this is from the, I think it's called Cute as a Bug designer series paper. This is actually from Weekend Adventure, which is in the last chance list and on sale. So today we're going to do something a little bit different, and I'm doing a cute little something on the insides each day as well. So we are going to do a little bit of stamping, and we're just making a cute card today. Yesterday was a fun fold. Tomorrow is a gifty item. Today is a cute card. Now, you can earn all 5 of the project packets for free with a $50 order by Saturday. I will give you 1 pack of these natural matte dots as well if your order gets to $75. And these I'm using all week. Okay, let's see where we're going today. This is where we're going today. I will say that with regard to banner sayings, which is a must-have, and it's a bundle, so you can get all of the stamps plus the cute little banner punch for 10% off. And you want to get that bundle price while you can, because it doesn't stay forever. But I have to tell you, this is my absolute favorite. I love all of these. I use them all. Oh my gosh, there's so many cute things. But consider yourself hugged, I think pretty much covers every occasion possible. So let's see where we're going to go, and I'll kind of walk you through some of this. Hey, Kathy, I'm glad you're here with me live. It's great to see you. So look at these patriotic colors. So I am going with, Blueberry Bushel, which to me is the perfect flag color. I remember when we didn't have this, and I used to wish Stampin' Up! Would give us a true royal blue, and Blueberry Bushel is that. Now, before I start getting into the whole front, I'm going to put a little panel on the inside. Now you can see where my red, white, and blue is. And I like this cherry cobbler with this because it's very deep. It's not bright, it's deep. And I'm gonna bring in some of that hydrangea hue because it just works. So let's go ahead and put this on the inside. This is 5 by 3.5. This is one of my favorite panels to put on the inside of a card because you can get 5 out of a single sheet of cardstock versus 4. You know, a lot of times we do 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. You can only get 4 out of a piece of cardstock. And I make a lot of cards. So I'm like, this is going to be a help to get an extra piece out of my sheet of cardstock. So this is looking a little bit ratty, but we'll get there. Okay, so we're gonna do this for the inside. And the other thing I really have come to enjoy is I'm going to put a couple of the die cuts on the inside. Just that little unexpected something. And I think these die cuts, you know, you don't expect necessarily to see them. My best tip for putting these in here is to just go ahead and lay your glue down. Make it easy, because green glue wants to do things to me that are, it wants to cause me anxiety. Now, something I'm going to be using on the front as well is a new product, and it's these white gel pens. You actually get 2 in a package. So I'm going to come here, and look how this hydrangea hue looks so good with this Blueberry Bushel. So I'm just going to put a little white center in these flowers. Now, I do want that to dry just a little bit, so I'm going to move that over. And while that's moved over, let's see if I can get some of my trash off of my supplies here, off of my tools, I should say. So here is, do I remember the name of this? Okay, so let me show you. I thought, you know what? I'm going to show you the designer paper. So I cannot remember the name. I think it's like Everyday Essentials or something like that. This has, like, both front and back are pretty much background patterns, and very, very useful. A great color palette. So it does have some of this hydrangea hue. I mean, there's a little black and white. There's a little like a calico print. And so both sides are really, really nice, and a black polka dot, one of my absolute favorites. So these all work really well with a whole host of things. And truth be told, I could put this down and put this here and put this on. I could just flip it over, but I wanted something lighter. So that is why I'm using this side. And doesn't it look like blue jeans? I think it's a great, you know, when I'm doing these summer projects, I think about blue jeans. I think about, that's going to run out on me, isn't it? I think about picnics. You know, when I called this my summer series, I did that very intentionally, and I'm intentionally not using things like flip-flops and beach balls because there's more than one aspect of summer. And here in San Antonio, yeah, we might spend some time at the pool, but holy cow, it's hot. So I'm not looking for, I'm looking to spend time indoors or at a picnic with a cool drink. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. Now let me make sure this has got a really good crease. Okay. So this is just a, candy. I have too heavy a hand. When I'm using Seal Plus, I don't know if you guys have this, but I will oftentimes end up pulling up the cardstock because I'm so heavy-handed. Now remember, Coffee with Candy series, I'm going to give you all of the tutorials all week. So you want to make sure that you are on my email list. Had a lot of good feedback about my cute little fun fold yesterday. Now, I went ahead and did this off camera because I didn't want to take the time or have that heat tool running in the background. So I went ahead and heat embossed this off camera because that's going to be my little... Okay, let's get cracking with our caterpillar. And I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks. As I said previously, I'm still using my Tuxedo black ink, which is no longer available from Stampin' Up. And you know, you might wonder why it's on the last, well, it was on the last chance list and then it sold out. And it's my understanding that this, although it is still available from some other suppliers, it is becoming increasingly difficult to source. I think something has to do with what is in the ink. But you know, these things happen sometimes. And Stampin' Up! Has released the hybrid ink pad. I can tell you with, you know, just complete candor, I am not a fan at this point. Maybe I need to learn better how to use it, but at this point, I'm not recommending it because I'm only going to recommend to you what I would recommend, what I stand behind. Yeah, Stampin' Up! Stands behind their products, but I need to have confidence when I'm sharing with you. So most of you have this Tuxedo black pad. It's going to last you a long time, and hopefully you have one or more refills. So that means it's going to last me several years. Okay, now, I will say with this Tuxedo ink, I always make sure that it is dry before I start stamping with it. Technically, it dries immediately, but in my experience, it sometimes takes a few seconds, and that's especially noticeable when you are using light colors. Now today I'm using quite dark colors, and I'm using dark cherry cobbler for his little legs. And I personally like the interplay of cherry cobbler and real red. I think they're lovely together. And I use them, they're almost like a light and dark counterpart of one another. So there is my dark cherry cobbler. Now I'm going to come in with some dark real red. Yeah. And we are going to make his back a little bit darker than the rest and kind of bring a little bit of shading into his underside, his belly, as it were. So, oh, Kathy, I'm glad that you appreciate my honesty. I mean, I just can't do, I can't do it any other way. You know, when I first started being a demonstrator, I'd never done anything with business before in my life. And I decided early on, I'm going to operate my business according to the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So that has stood me in good stead. I'm like, I would want somebody telling me the truth about this or their take on it. Maybe not, you know, it has some excellent properties, but, and like I said, maybe there's just a big learning curve that I haven't fully embraced, but I think that a number of us are having challenges with it. So this is the way I'm doing. Now you'll notice this is light real red, and you'll notice that there's definitely some darker under here, but I want to blend that out a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of keep running that light real red over there so that it becomes like a shadow under there, a deeper, but like I don't want a harsh line. Now, let's go ahead and work into this leaf. And again, I'm going to use some dark and light of two different colors, two more colors that I really like to use together. So this is dark, Granny Apple Green. And I'm actually going to kind of make these lines even a little bit wider. And then just outline this. And again, I'm going to use a little bit of extra down here just to give it some character and some variation. And then I'm going to come back over here with my light lemon lime twist. I love, love, love this color. I like to wear this color. I love every lime green that was ever created. So there we go. And I'm just going to blend out again on those edges so I don't have a line. I want a shadow or maybe a variation of shade, but I don't want a line. So I'm thinking that's pretty good. Now, I'm coming back in, if I can find it. Where did my white gel pen go? Ah, here we go. I wanted to bring in just a little bit of white gel. Isn't that cute? I like it a lot. Now, I probably should not have done that before I put the dimensionals on it, because now I'm going to be working a little bit, but at a disadvantage. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and figure out where I'm placing it. And I'm going to go ahead and do my little faux bow. So let me show you what I mean. I'm bringing in, again, with this whole blue jean vibe, I'm bringing in this red and white baker's twine. Isn't that fun? And I'm going to bring this right about here. So I'm going to put just a little bit of seal here while this is drying. And I'm going to loop this. And you know, the one I did before, it kind of looped into a side bow. I intended to do more of a top bow, but we'll see how we get on. Sometimes oh yeah, it's going to do the same thing. When you're using the baker's twine or any kind of a twine like this, sometimes it kind of wants to go in a particular direction. But actually, I think it's the way I did the loops. But don't tell anybody. Okay, let's pop that here. And I think we're fairly dry. I don't want to smudge that. So while that's still drying, let's go ahead and cut these because I'm at the edge of the very edge of my Stampin' Dimensionals. So Stampin' Dimensionals are one of those things I don't ever want to run out of. I did once years ago and I said never again. So I always keep a lot of Stampin' Dimensionals. And, you know, as you're anticipating your orders, remember you can get all of these project packets for free with a $50 order through Saturday. And if your order is $75, I will give you these neutral matte dots as well. But while you're thinking about orders, here in Texas, we will be having tax-free weekend in August. I don't know the dates yet, but that's a time when I typically will stock up on my adhesives, because adhesives count as a school supply in Texas, which means they are tax-free. And in my city, San Antonio, that is 8.25%. That's a pretty hefty savings on adhesives, which adhesives don't go on sale. So I typically will stock up on adhesives in August. But again, you know, for a while, every time I ordered something, I threw in a package of dimensionals because I just didn't. That one time I ran out, I said, yeah, not happening again. Oh, okay. I just turned that over and I picked up a little something on my paper, but yeah, perfect. Okay, now, where is my, here we go, sorry about that. So this is gonna go right here across my twine, just that little bit of twine peeking out. Let's see if maybe I need to bring it down a little bit. I've already trimmed it, but we're going to bring it Let's see if we can manipulate it just a little bit. Oh, yeah, I put that behind a, okay, let's see if maybe we can just do like that and like that, and maybe it's gonna look a little bit more. There we go. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, I like that better. So I'm just gonna put a dimensional over here and a little bit of seal here because I need it. This is already popped up, and oh, this is perfect. I need one of these little guys here. One of these little edge pieces. There we go. That's gonna be perfect. So if you are watching this in replay, make sure that you are on my email list so that you get all the PDFs and you look how cute. All the PDFs and all of the videos in one. I'll put the videos in with the PDF so that they're all in one spot for you, and that just makes things easy. So Mary, I'm glad that you like my tip for tax-free weekend. Yeah, that is that's a good thing to share with your team, with your customers. Now I am going to add a little row of these. These are Secret C. And you see how all these blues kind of play on each other? I like it. I like it a lot. So let's bring this up here, a big one, and then we're going to do a couple of small ones underneath. Or maybe I'll do a little one in the middle, smaller. It's not really small, smaller, and then a big one here. Let me do that. I don't know where that one came from. I think it's lost its backing. So just a little accent there. So consider yourself hugged with a little bit of a patriotic vibe and a little something on the inside. So that is it for today. This was day one, our bookbinding gatefold. And this is day number 2. Tomorrow I'm going to have a little gifty item for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give me some hearts, give me a follow, share, all the things. And if you're watching on YouTube, I would love for you to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much for tuning in. Tomorrow, I will be here at 2 o'clock, I believe. So stay tuned. I will let you know via email and here on my Facebook page as well. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great day. Take care and God bless. Thank you for being with me, Kathy. And Mary, it was great to have some live people with me. Okay, bye.